Hello again, everybody. This is Miss Samia, and I hope you are ready to learn about some grammar today because we'll be talking about singular and plural nouns. So, before we get into what singular and plural mean, let's review what a noun is. So, a noun is a name of a person, place, or thing. So, we have some examples here, like shoe, leaf, ball. So to start with, singular means one. That's all you need to know. So singular means one. So if you lose one of your shoes, you're left with one shoe. Leaf, one brush. A clock, one story or a story. Whenever you want to change from a singular to plural, and here plural means more than one. So nouns can be found in more than one at the same time. So you need to know how to form the plural from a singular. So some of the examples here are not one monkey, but 3 monkeys, brushes, 2 doors, 2 cups, plenty of balloons, and we're going to talk about how you form the plural in this video. So the basic rule that applies to most words is adding an S to the singular form to make it a plural. So some of the examples here, like we've seen before, shoe becomes shoes by adding an S at the end, ball, balls, one car, many cars, also adding an S. Clock becomes clocks, spoon, spoons, and 1 cup or 2 cups if you're having a friend over for coffee or for tea. So with all of these words, we're adding an S to the end of the singular, making it a plural. But there are other words that don't only take an S at the end, where we need to add ES to make them into the plural form. So some of these examples include box becomes boxes, brush becomes brushes, one dish versus many dishes. So the rule is whenever a noun or nouns end with SH, CH, S, or X, we add ES to make them into the plural form. And really this makes it easy to read. Could you imagine like just adding S to the end of brush and having to say brushes? That doesn't make sense. So adding ES makes it into brushes, making it much easier to pronounce. Other words that end with Y have another rule, and so there are kind of 2 things you need to pay attention to here. So all of these nouns end with a Y, so bunny, pony, story. So as you recognize here, or like as you can see, like when nouns end with Y, we add IES to make them into plural. So that's what we did here. Bunny becomes bunnies, where you remove the Y and add IES. Pony is the same. So after the N, you remove the Y and add IES. Same goes for story. Remove the Y, add IES. It becomes stories. But if there is a vowel, so if you remember what vowels are, we talked about them with the long and short sounds. Vowels are the letters A, E, I, O, and U. So if these letters come before the Y, then we only add S to the word to make it into the plural. So that's like monkey and monkeys. So because there's an E before the letter Y, we don't remove the Y. We keep it and just add an S. I remember my teacher used to say like having a vowel before a Y makes the Y tough. It makes it stronger, so you can't remove it. So all you can do is just add S at the end. Could you think of other examples where this happens? Okay. So moving on to some other ones. So these exceptions actually don't follow any rule. So there are some words that don't follow the rule of S, ES, or IES, and basically we have to remember these. So we're going to have to study them just like we did with the irregular past tense verbs. You just have to remember them. So like child will never be childs. It becomes children. Man is men, where you replace the A with an E. Tooth becomes teeth. 1 foot, 2 feet. A woman, so just like with the word man and men, woman becomes women. And mouse is mice when it's a cheese party. So it doesn't become mouses, it becomes mice. So we call these irregular because they don't follow the rule, or any of the rules that we talked about so far. And you also have some other nouns that don't follow the rules because they stay the same in both the singular and plural form. So that's the case with the word sheep. You can have 1 sheep, 3 sheep. Deer, the animal, you can see 1 deer or many deer. It also applies for the word fish and fish, so fish stays the same, although you will see that sometimes authors use fishes, and that's like when you have different kinds of fish. But mostly they're used the same in the singular and plural form. So if you've made it this far in the video, great job. I hope this was helpful. If you have any more questions, do not hesitate to ask me here or in class, and I would advise you to go back to the instructions in the book and go over other exercises we've done in class to help you apply the rules that we just talked about. And good luck. See you next time.